Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in Top 40 Mythic we're playing 4 color domain with a much heavier slant towards aggro than most people are running. Most people do not run any Not on My Watch in the main deck and are running more things like Herd Migration and some more expensive stuff throughout. But I don't really like doing that, because I don't like getting wrecked by mono red the first turns of the game, every game, so I'm running 4 Get Lost, 4 Not on My Watch, and 4 Temporary Lockdown. That's as much as I'm willing to main deck, but it is more than most people. As I've explained in prior videos, Herd Migration gain 3 life is not sufficient against a 4/4 double strike trample. It's not the same as a removal spell. It hits your land drop, gain a little bit of life, which sometimes helps, and doubles as your 7 mana win con. But it is not, don't look at it as a removal spell or a stall spell against mono red, because it's just not doing that. We're also running 4 copies of the Binding, which in this deck is actually more of a 3-drop. Usually I think of it as a 4-drop. You go Haunt Woods on 3, you hit the Everywhere land, and then it's a 1 mana Binding on 4, plus like another 3-drop. But in here, it's pretty consistently a 3-drop. 4 Archangels to stabilize and kind of serve as win con, 2 Sunfalls to sweep, and 3 Atraxas on top to reload, get some removal spells, and finish out the game. Sideboard is super interesting in best of 3, which is what we're doing today again. Against aggro, we're subbing 4 copies of Lay Down Arms. Most of their stuff is cheap. So a single Plains answers most stuff, 2 Plains answers 90% of stuff, and then 3 Plains lets you answer the Screaming Nemesis. It's just better than Elspeth Smite. Elspeth Smite gets blown out by Monstrous Rage, it gets blown out by any prowess triggers, and isn't very good against the Nemesis because it deals damage. So Lay Down Arms is my 1 mana removal spell of choice and is pretty consistent, certainly consistent enough in the deck we have here. Throwback also ends up coming in against mono red because as soon as they see what your deck is, they then sub in 4 copies of the Urabrask Forge, which is an artifact that will take over the game if you're just dirtily and doing nothing. So we actually do need artifact removal in addition to the 4 bindings that we already have. So the throwback comes in, totally random, 3 mana, 3/3 body, gain some life, kill an artifact. Very satisfied with this card. Some anti-graveyard hate tech for reanimator stuff, and then Nissa, again, similar to the throwback, can pick off enchantments. So if you're on a mirror and your opponent's going to have 4 bindings and 4 beanstalks, having a Nissa to pick some of that stuff off and create some threats is good. And then 4 Jaces as well. If it's a really slow matchup, you can just draw cards every turn and maybe use it as a win con to mill your opponent out. That's the deck. Enjoy the gameplay. Still having a lot of fun with best of 3. Let's dive right in. Big Daddy, I guess we'll be on the play here. Ooh. The 1 lander. Nope, not this. Okay, we still don't have any white. This seems unplayable again. Damn. Alright, I mean, we can get white here. Whew, into lockdown on 3 if we go get a Plains? Goodness gracious. What a brutal start. We go Hedge Maze on 2? Maybe we need to Herd Migrate on 2. Maybe you put the Hedge Maze back. Maybe put 2 cards back and Sunfall. What an awful start. What an abysmal start here. Wow. No white. It's mono red. Yeah, we need that lockdown pretty desperately. Okay. Here comes the Plains, I guess. And we probably Herd Migrate just to hit land. And then slam lockdown on 3 and hope it gets better from there. Give me something else, come on. Alright, it's all the creatures, man. It's as good as we can hope for. So, what are we fetching here? We have blue. We have double white and green. We need double green, actually. That's what we're going to need next. Okay. Let's see if you have any more creatures. It could be a handful of rage and, thank you. Let's see if it's enough. Are you out of creatures? Is it a Screaming Nemesis? It's a mouse. Doesn't have haste yet. 2 more creatures. Come on, baby. Slow them down. We took them all to 5. You gotta give me a little something back here. Beanstalk. I mean, if we wait one more turn, then we do get to play a 5/4 blocker. So I guess it is Beanstalk here in Fable Passage. Alright, I mean, these are some big blockers. We have the double green. We'll go get black or red here. I guess black. It's a hasty creature. Just doing our best. Mold to 5. Here they come. We got nothing. Okay. Down to 14. It's red. We go get a black. Gotta be a good top deck here. Ooh, it actually is a good top deck. We probably have to kill the double strike mouse. For black. Just for black. Because the challenger can get pumped up with prowess if they cast anything at all here. So it's got to be here instead and hope they don't have rage. Looks like they don't. Whew. Mold to 5. We're in this for sure. Good old attack all button. Good old Witch Stalker Frenzy. Take 5 more. Maybe more. Take 7. Take 8 more. Take 9 more. Down to 7. I kind of like that. We're not quite there yet. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We could survive here. It's very close. Atraxa into another lockdown, for example. Oh, they stall out. Let's go. So basically, we can just leave the everywhere land open. Let's go fetch something now. I don't see a reason not to, unless you really want to play a tap land. But we basically want like a one mana interactive piece open here. Let's go fetch now. More white is kind of fine. We already have the everywhere land, so red's not necessary. Let's just grab another plains. We Atraxa, leave the everywhere land open. Draw a card, get lost is good. Yeah. Ooh, game 1, Mold to 5. Let's go. Okay, who's coming in? You look good to me. Is that it? I guess we're already pretty slanted against aggro. I kind of feel like we can drop 1 Atraxa. I mean, we just gotta be fast. Whoa. Hold on. What just happened there? Frillback? Artifact or enchantment? Gain 4 life. It's interesting. Why is it... Oh man, I feel like that's pretty buggy. How good is the Mistmoors? Just to have some blockers? Like, I think you want as few 7-drops as possible here. Why is this so buggy? Is the Frillback any good? I mean, it is a body on 3. You could take out some Sunfall for that, I guess. Again, we just don't want to stumble too much. I almost want to take out both Sunfalls, which I know you think is crazy, but honestly, if we just gain some life, I think we're putting in both Frillbacks here. I guess just 1 Frillback? Is it better than the Mistmoor? It lets us do something on 3, though, which is very good. And gain life, maybe. I think it's like this. Just as defensive as possible. We'll get to Atraxa when we get to Atraxa. I'm feeling it. Sunfall's too slow. We can't be dead on turn 3. Let's go, Big Daddy. Show me the money. Okay. I mean, I think we keep this on the draw. We have 0 interactive pieces, though. But we get to draw 1, and we get to surveil, and we get to Beanstalk. And we have the Archangel eventually. It's kind of a dirty keep. But I like the surveil lands. And the Archangel will be good eventually. It kind of just depends if we hit lockdown. Red creature. Nope, that's not what you want to see. Portico. Binding. How cheap are you really going to be? We really only have 3 basics. You'll be something to do on 3, actually. Now, we want to Beanstalk this turn? Yeah, I guess we could keep you for turn 3. It's a 3-drop. We play the island. And we Binding. It's the ideal start for them. Okay, to the face. Specifically play the island here. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter this turn. But it opens up Binding for next turn. Here comes Beanstalk, very slow by us. See if we just lose on turn 3. Another land. So now it's got to be Brushland Binding. Or even Fabled Passage, 2-mana Binding is fine as well, actually. Down to 9. Yeah, so Fabled Passage, go get black, reduces the binding to 2, which is okay with me. I mean, we kind of want to do that anyway. It's either that or the Brushland. They're effectively the same thing. So, I guess let's do it like this. Lightning Strike to the face. Down to 6. Ooh, that one hurts too. Okay. Go get black. Or red, but black is generally more useful. Binding down to 2. It's double Strikey Mouse. They get in for 4. We drop really low. Probably lose this game. Take you, then take 4. Down to 2. We're turned behind. We don't have enough I mean, we're not dead yet. We can herd migrate. Go get another plains. Play the plains, take the mouse. I think that's what's up here. I don't think we slammed the Archangel. We're very much at their mercy, though. What if we did slam the Archangel? I think the Archangel might be better, actually. Running out of time. It's just an Archangel. Sorry if I made a mistake. I just feel like if we pick off the mouse and we herd migrate up to 5 life, and they have 3 damage off the Nemesis, almost anything gets there, almost any card. And maybe this is more stabilizing. In theory, this absorbs up to 4 damage, and then also we gain 3 life. So that's a total of 7 life this turn. So I feel like the Archangel is probably the better play, but I did run out of time a little bit there to think. The fact that they're pausing is huge. It means they don't have it all. They don't just have Slam Monstrous Rage here. So Spear. And the mouse. They tap out completely, so we know everything's about to happen. Don't even bother with Trample. Killing the double strike mouse is not awful. We would take 4, go up 3, be at 1. We kill the Nemesis now. We could just hit a removal spell for it, though. I think it's better like this. To 1 we go. Dude, that's not it. Come on, deck. So now we still need that plains to hit the mouse. We could attack with the Archangel. I don't know if that's the play or not. It does get us out of shock range, which we weren't at last turn, right? We were at like 4 last turn, I want to say. I mean, the draw's been brutal here. Just all land all the way down. I feel like they have nothing in hand. I think we go no attacks here again. Where's my second white source? I thought we had one. I guess it's you? You're the plains? Or we could go get one with herd migration was my point, I guess. All right, let's start here. No? Good lord, deck. All right, and then lay down arms, I guess, on the double strikey mouse. We have 2 plains now, so it should be fine. I think that's it. We do have herd migration out of nowhere. I don't think they top decked it because they're playing slow still. They're still thinking. They don't know what we have, which is near nothing. We have almost nothing here. Ooh, it's the Forge. They tap out, though. We know what's going on here. They scoop. Wow, they scoop. Dude, we had almost nothing. Almost nothing. Whew. Game. On the draw, this seems fairly reasonable. We can keep this. We can herd migrate to second white. Block down if we need to. Multi 6, and it's Azorius. Controller Oculus. Ooh. Perhaps Convoke. So that means Lockdown's going to be insanely good for us here. So we really just want to herd migrate. We already have the next white, so what do we want here? Lockdown on 3, and then, I mean, it's fine. We kind of already had plenty of land. I don't know that we need this per se. It could also be like, no, it's got to be Jeskai Convoke, right? Yeah, okay. So Lockdown's going to be insanely good. They do nothing. I guess they flash in the reinforcements here. We don't know if they run counter spells, but let's just hold open herd migration, I think. And then, yeah, Lockdown on 3 should be insane. Yep, they're the 1/1s. Took a little bit of damage, and we'll just see if they can figure out their, if they have either of their win cons. The Knight Errant would be huge for them, because they can reload. Or, ooh, alright, they got it. They do have it here. So the game's not over. Definitely not. Let's see if they play anything else. No, no more 1-drops. They don't overextend. Well, we already have double white here, and basically double green, so we can go get a black or a red. More land? So here comes the Lockdown. And then we'll deal with Knight Errant next turn. For the face. Spectre. Double not on my watch. It's okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. We already have double white. We can play this out for now. I don't know if we'll burn not on my watch on a 1/1. But if they play the other knight, the hasty knight that ends up being a 3/2 haste, we could save a little damage there. Okay, we could burn not on my watch on that, I suppose. We definitely start here. I mean, we could take the Percussionist. I'm just not sure we have anything better to use it on, right? For the most part. Like, they don't have anything better in hand, otherwise we would have seen it already. Unless they have the next Knight Errant, which would be pretty fortunate for them, and they're trying to play around Sunfall. I think it's nothing, though. Ah, okay. Alright. Well, we are doing a whole lot of nothing here. Go Portico. We have plenty of land. That's a fantastic draw for next turn. That really closes the gap. I don't think they'll have any counter spells in the main deck. So for them to win here, I think even with the hasty nut, I don't think should have held stick there. I don't think they get there. Looks like they basically have nothing anyway. If we play this on Angel, I guess we might as well anyway. Let's do it. I think we can do it for double. We'll see. We'll find out here. Looks like we can. A 2/2. And, I don't know. I guess this guy. Okay. Scoop. Alright, so we want to keep Sunfall in there. I don't know how much removal you put in, you know, for all the 1/1s. Sunfall's good. For sure. Don't need Nissa, don't need Graveyard Hate. Throwback. There are no artifacts or enchantments that we care about. Chase is slow. Don't care about graveyards. It's honestly not that bad as is. We could probably cut a single Attracts and put a single Lay Down Arms. Doesn't have that many targets. We're just going to pick off like a 1-mana 1/1 though. I don't even know if that's worth it. Like a single Throwback does kind of block everything they're doing. Like that kind of seems okay. Maybe even this? Just like slow them down a bit. On 3 or 4. I think something like that is fine. They really don't want to play the long game. I'm still not sure if 2 Attracts is even maybe too much. Maybe that's fine. It's a nice win con. Everything else is a good win con too. I think it's just this. Let's just slow him down. I think that's fine. The question is, what are they going to sub in? I just played this deck like the other day. Maybe some enchantment removal. This is a fine opening hand as far as I'm concerned. Binding is not going to be too expensive with the Portico plus Mountain plus something else. And we'll see how the... Oh, that's all the colors. It's going to be a very cheap binding. Up the Beanstalk on 2? It's really good with the binding. On 3? It's not that bad, actually. I think I want to keep that. I mean, if they have insane pressure, maybe I'll regret it, but this deck doesn't always have to pop off on 2. Like, that doesn't look like a turn 2 Knight Errant. So we go up the Beanstalk here. I don't think we need Not on My Watch. They can flash in the 1/1s again. They could run counterspells this time around. They could run Protect the Negotiators. I guess that's what I do in my version. But I don't think everyone does that. This coming turn could, let's see, maybe be a Not on My Watch. Save the binding for super cheap, and the next turn could be like Throwback, gain 4 life. Alright, they do have the Knight Errant here. Pretty good pick, 2 games in a row. So it's kind of on us to hit the sweeper. It's not playable with the mana they have. Alright. Yeah, it's either Binding or Not on My Watch. And I guess we'll find out shortly if they do have a counterspell. But Binding will let us draw us a card. There's nothing else to play for 1 mana, I don't think. So we attempt to pick off the Knight Errant with the Binding. There's almost no incentive to waiting, right? Because it just opens up the possibility of a counterspell. So I think actually you just do it now. That's a good pick as we come into the next couple turns. We need to pick up an extra green. I guess we have the extra green if we want to do Throwback next turn. Is it Imidane's Recruiter? It is. Alright, here's a whole bunch of damage then. To the face. So how to live here. We could go make the Binding 1 mana and also play the Frillback. Or we can just play the Frillback and gain 4 life. If they remove it, we're pretty sad though. Seems like Frillback is just better. So we go play the green and just Frillback it up. Could also Binding I Get Lost. Could Not on My Watch as well. I think it's just real back here. Then Archangel next turn. Gain 4 life. Up to 12. Let's see if they keep their... I mean, they would have taken out all 4 copies of their removal spell, I think. I don't think you keep Case of the Gateway Express in. It's Demolition. Doesn't have haste unless they have the next Recruiter, and that's kind of just the nuts. They do, in fact, have the nuts. All right. That feels like about game, then. But that was Knight Errant into Recruiter is extremely good. So I don't think there's really anything we've done about that. And we hit 0 sweepers. So we moved to game 3, which is okay. I'm still about happy with what we have. Throwback stabilizes on 3. Lay Down Arms, I don't even think is really worth playing for the most part. Sunfall's good, Archangel's good. I think it's basically good as is. I don't think I'd change that much. We'll be on the play. And we have Lockdown. The only question is, do we burn the Beanstalk early or not? Or wait until the Lockdown? Probably just wait. Because it's going to be such a good Lockdown turn. I think that's good against them. I mean, we can play it on 4, just gain some life. I think it's totally reasonable. And I guess we are holding off on the Beanstalk on 2. Don't think it makes sense to drop that this early. We don't have a whole lot of other colors, though. So let's see how much they overcommit into the Lockdown. Ah, they can flash stuff in instead. Well, we could just play the Frillback to block them. I think that's actually okay into the Lockdown. It kind of forces them to do something here. So, it's a 3-mana 3/3. It blocks. I don't think they'll run any creature removal. They can flash in the 1/1s if they want. They do. And if they overextend any more without one of their win cons, we have a huge Lockdown coming. Again, I don't know if they run Protect the Negotiators. We didn't see it last game. They're thinking about sacking the Clue token. I think if we can lock down, we do, just in case they draw the Knight Errant. There is temptation to, oh yeah, we're definitely going it now. Let's see if the Knight Errant again, 3rd game in a row. I don't think so, because there'd be no hesitation. I think you just run that down. No, it looks like they have it. They're selecting the Convoke. 3rd game in a row, Knight Errant. All right, fine. It's a game. As long as they don't have that 2nd land, there's no Protect the Negotiators. Oh, and they do pretty... Oh, there is a 2nd land. I don't think they play it. They didn't play it last game. I mean, we don't really have a choice. It's all coming down next turn, whether or not we like it or not. So, here we go. Nope. Either don't play it or didn't draw it. But the game goes on. We're left over with a Beanstalk and a Frillback. No attacks. Well, in terms of having the nuts, like, this deck is so gimmicky. To get it all to come together that many games in a row is pretty lucky on their part, I'd say. Certainly when I play it, it does not come together. Ooh. Yeah, it's a good deck. That's a good tech. Most of the tokens are gone, though. Still get a big Recruiter turn here. That was painful. We have 6 sweepers, and it's about time we draw some more. Okay. Play that. Play the Recruiter. Give everyone haste. Attack. Woof. Probably just eating you. Take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Whew. Alright. Drop to 5. It's got to be Sunfall off the top. It's not Sunfall off the top. It's got to be Lockdown off the top. And even that's not everything. Damn. Damn. About to lose. Binding is, I mean, it draws us a card, which could hit us a Lockdown, basically. But we really just need to draw the Lockdown itself, right? It's 3 mana, which is pretty expensive. We wouldn't be able to cast Sunfall. I mean, we basically need Sunfall here to not lose. We're going to lose this turn anyway, so I think it's all futile. No attacks. They had the nuts 2 games in a row. Knight Errant, very early, plus the Recruiter, which doesn't always happen with this deck, so... What are you going to do? Attack all, block here, take 4, 5, 6, like the game's over. Yeah. Well, sucks, but, what are you going to do? What do we D-rank to? 47 Mythic. On the play, we keep this. I really just said we keep this. Been playing too much. I didn't even know what we're keeping yet. Yeah, we do keep this, though. We do keep this. Premium Plumbus is a Rick and Morty reference, unless there was a... this could be a turn 3 play, kind of. I don't think you throw it away just yet. Unless Plumbus is a real word before Rick and Morty. It's just the Beanstalk here, which means you need an untapped land for the most part. Rakdos. Double binding. They'll get cheaper as we go. I mean, we're not playing it this turn anyway, so I guess we can Portico here instead. Don't need you. Fabled Passage next turn. It's a card. Opponent's doing nothing. I think we're going to want a binding soon. So we need the untap land for that. So we'll go get black. Maybe stuck on land? Rakdos over the top control? I don't know what they're doing. Or they just have a funky hand. Only removal in hand and we're not giving them any targets. Not sure you just drop the Archangel on them. They're gonna respond here with something. I don't know what. Oh, they're just stuck on land? Or are they waiting for targets for that? I mean, I don't think we need to give them a target just yet. Let's go ahead and hold the bindings. It is a win con and we're kind of close to 7. I also don't know if they'll run any sweepers. So I think we just sit here. Fully expect them to sub in 4 copies of the Forge. So we're gonna need some artifact hate next game, I think. But, I think their hand's just all creature removal, and we're not giving them any creature removal. That's my best guess. Okay, do nothing. They're really stuck on land. I don't see the point in slamming the Archangel into their 7 go for the throats they're holding on to. So I think we wait till Herd Migration next turn. So just drop another Portico here and do nothing. We don't need any more land at this point. And we should get all our colors from Cavern of Souls if we need it, so bin that. Yeah, let's just wait. We'll drop Herd Migration. I guess Herd Migration would only be for, what, 4? They scoop. Okay. They only have creature removal and 4 drops in hand. I'm pretty sure they're going to sub in the Forge. Maybe Jace gets in there too. Nissa could even get in there. I don't know if we need Lockdown per se. I mean, I really don't know what they're running here. It's what, 5 drop? I wish I could keep all these in the piles I like. It's just 4 drop basically. Okay. Sunfall seems useful. I think a Nissa could be okay. I like Atraxa. I like the Frillbacks in there. Archangel didn't really seem to have many targets. Like maybe a Jace would be better. We don't have infinite blue, but like 1 could be fine. The Archangel, I forget, is the Boiler Bilge it's a big creature, right? It's not a 4/4. Is it a 6 mana 4/4? Looked it up. It's 6 mana 5/5. The Archangel really isn't as good. Let's try some Jason there, I think. I don't know about attacking creatures. Let's try this. Going much heavier into the late game. We don't know. I mean, they didn't do anything last game at all. Other than discard Boiler Bilges. It's got Beanstalk, Interfell back, and we have blue for Jace. So I think we're keeping this. Mono black, do nothing again. Here comes the Surveil land. We'll probably try to take more land if we can get it. Binding for 3 mana. It's going to be good against them. I think you keep that. Especially after Beanstalk. It is a creature. They do run creatures, and we took out some of our creature removal. Let's see if they take Beanstalk or not on my watch. I think I might take the Beanstalk if I was them. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Well, they know they can't do a whole lot for now. So they just had a really bad hand that first game. Preacher. Sunfall's good. If we Jason plus, it's not the worst thing. If they attack, they're going to get that trigger. We could also just Binding the Preacher before they attack, which isn't awful. I think that's a little better here. I don't think they're going to sack it in response or anything. Surveil 1. It's another bat. Yeah, well, Binding the Preacher. Just shut off the draw engine. And they'll take the Sunfall. So if I was them, I would have taken out all copies of, like, Torch the Tower. So it's possible Jace could be small. I think we just Overlord, though. Get some more land here. Autopay. Down to 18. Free attacks, because we can't, not on my watch. Throwback can always gain a ton of life. The Boiler Builder is going to come down and destroy something for 4 damage at some point. So Jason plus to 6. It does die to the Boiler Bilges. It's better if we can hold not on my watch. So we could just frill back this turn. More land, I don't think is what we need right now. It's not bad in general. Well, if we want to play Jace and hold up in protection, it's actually not that bad. Let's keep this one. Let's just gain some life. Maybe the Forge is hiding underneath, but we have a lot of answers to the Forge, ultimately. Pay green. We'll just take the 4 life. Okay, removal spell down there. They know we have double Jace, but they still burn their removal spells. Maybe there's another one in there. I feel like the 3/3 is almost no threat. I think you'd only do that if you had a bunch of removal spells. Ghost Vacuum, we don't care about our graveyard per se. Another Preacher. So we can go land, Jace, not on my watch here. Which means we could minus instead. -2, it survives the Deep Cavern Bat. And obviously if they attack, we threaten Sunfall. So I think we can actually -2 immediately. We'll mill the opponent out. I think that's fine. Ooh, haste, some scary stuff down there. This is interesting. And they know we have not on my watch. Let's see what they do here. Exile 1 card. We just have to watch out. 6 mana and tap. They're kind of close to that, actually. The 1/1 Spirit to give everything +2/+0 and haste. It's kind of good. Maybe we have to prioritize Nissa next turn just to stop that. The attack phase, they do get their draw. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to not on my watch here. I don't think they'll have a response. As soon as we kill the bat and get back Sunfall, it might be over for them to an extent. It's a Bronco. I mean, yeah, if we go Sunfall here, it's pretty huge. Alright, and they have one more answer there. Okay. Oh, baby. That's so good. I mean, they can bring back that hasty thing, but I think it's still just this right now. Maybe back up the Beanstalk as well to the hand. And the next Sunfall. I think that's as good as it gets. I think it's too gimmicky to do this for like 6 and pick off the Vacuum now. It's only going to be a 1/1, right? What else can they get here? It'll have haste. You can get a Bronco. It's kind of interesting. Maybe it's worth it, actually. So 6. We'll flip the Overlord to protect it as well. Artifact or enchantment. Let's get rid of this thing. Exile a card, that's okay. They do have the 6 mana to pay for it. Sunfalling the board and then having them get back the hasty thing and a Bronco and attack and draw a card. Ooh, 4 damage. There goes Nissa. But we do have the Sunfall. Cool. We attack here first, then Sunfall. No other way to do it. Take it all. We won't be able to play up the Beanstalk this turn. But now we have backup Sunfall in the bank. Anything other than land is probably good. Yeah, it's great. I feel like that's close to wrapping up the game. We can always frill back if we get low on life off like numerous spoiler bilges. I think it's just, I mean, Beanstalk's good. So we can't migrate this turn. That's very good. Next turn, we can do full price Jace. And, still power up the, they actually do have something in there. Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't feel the need to attack per se. Let's see, they attack for 3. That's not that much. I guess we can get in there. We have Atraxa next turn. It's almost too greedy, except +1 counter on it. I can't block. It's a 4/4. Yeah. I guess there's really no reason to attack. We have Atraxa next turn, and Sunfall and Herd Migration. There's basically no rush. We could have waited on that. As long as we don't die off of some hasty, you know, haste dog random thing, we should be fine. We'll trade because it just doesn't matter. Or block. Okay. That's fine. kind of think Atraxa is the play here, and then get a removal spell off it as well. Surprised Disfigured or Duress. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Let's do this and get an untapped land and try to pick off the Boiler. Draw a card. There's an untapped land if we need it. Creature, enchantment, instant, and any untapped lands are fine. Maybe you can counter Souls. So now we can get lost this thing. In terms of discarding cards, we can even do it now. And they scoop. Yeah. Alright. Good game. We rank up to 42 Mythic. We'll be on the play here. It's a whole lot of land. It's a whole lot of tap land too, but we can get to turn 3 Hauntwoods, I guess. Let's keep it. I think it could be worse. Begin with a Portico. Probably. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, we keep that. Now we don't have the untapped land for 3 yet. It's mono red. Well, Beanstalk looking less good. Do we have time to Beanstalk? Or do we just get lost this freaking thing? Or the turn 2 play immediately? I don't really think we have time to Beanstalk, right? Unless we draw into the... Unless we draw into Lockdown. Let's give it 1 Beanstalk here. Alright, basic. Okay, looks like we'll get lost this coming turn. Alright, damage to the face. Down to 16. Atraxa eventually. Yeah, it's going to be get lost this turn. We'll get down another tap land here. It's not time for the Overlord yet. Archangel's good. Can slam it next turn, in fact. Holding on to get lost. Hero. Yep. Hasty hero. I mean, it's a good chunk of damage. I guess that is the highest damage they're dealing this turn. So we just take 1 to the face now instead. They keep the Challenger, though. Down to 11. We'll play the Archangel. Hope they don't just immediately have, black. Maybe we want to get black. Let's do it like this. We're dropping you because we need to curve out here, and we need to mount a defense, and we're at 11. Let's see if they have the Witch Stalker Frenzy, or Double Strike, Monstrous Rage. Alright, feels like just Monstrous Rage. No, they got the Frenzy here. Oop, Shock, Double Shock, Shock Lightning Strike. Shock Lightning Strike, okay. Down to 5. A Binding. Is that even worth not playing the 5/4 blocker? We'd have to hit another Binding for it really to be productive, so I don't think that's necessarily the right play. It's just pretty unlikely. So I think you just slam the 5-drop, and you hope they just can't kill it. They don't have Rage, but we're on the back foot here for sure. Just doing our best. So if we play it for 3, we draw a card off the Beanstalk, and we'd have 2 white open potentially. We could draw into a second Binding and go double Binding. It's just fairly unlikely that that's what we'd hit. So we're sticking with the 6/5 blocker here. Let's see if they hold back for a single turn. That'd be huge. They could target with a map token. Please don't be Monstrous Rage. Lightning Strike. Do you have that land? If not... Okay. Down to 4. We could die here anyway. So if they have Rage... They're already targeted here. I mean, they just win if they have Rage, basically. That's really all there is to it. So let's just see if they have it. There's nothing we can do to change that. They have Shock. Okay. Still, we block the biggest creature. We lose, but nothing we can do differently about that game. Now we go to the sideboard, though. We put in all the removal spells. I even like the Frillback, I think. I don't think we need as much Sunfall. Whoops. I don't even think we need that many Atraxas. Also heard Migration is worse, too. Let's see. I mean, technically Hauntwoods isn't as good either, except it does open up the Binding still. It's better on 5 now, which means we're not going to have Binding quite as consistently. So it could be like this, mostly relying on the Frillback on 3, to stabilize and get life gain. Beanstalk is interesting. Like, we could cut a Beanstalk. We're definitely not doing it on 2. It's also kind of a late game card at this point. Yeah, what if we put back... Oops, sorry. What if we put back in like this? Or even binding. Just have all the removal spells. Maybe we do it like this. Yeah. Let's do it. Alright, game 2. We'll be on the play. We have a 2-lander with a crap ton of removal. We're keeping this for sure. Let's go. Let's go. We're here to play. We didn't come here to lose. Land is good, especially if we pair it with lay down arms. I mean, we're going to need that land eventually. Okay, we could just remove it immediately. I think that's basically fine with me. Well, it's more mana efficient if we hold open something here. So, let's wait. They have a hasty 2-drop, for example. Ooh, it's just a 1-drop. Alright. We actually don't want to really get lost, because they seem to be stuck on, a little bit stuck on land. So let's just, exile target attacking creature, and then we can lay down arms with Swift Spear. And see if they're just super stuck on land. This would, yeah, this is good. We have a single plains. Oh, they're toast here. Mono removal. They run out of creatures. They just have Lightning Strike or Monstrous Rage in hand. Okay, I'll kill you too. Again, let's try to keep them not with the map tokens as long as we can. They did manage to hit that second land though. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We can go get probably black, I guess. Have double green. Sure. Oh, they're slowing down. Again, I want to wait on the get lost as long as we can, really. We don't even have to bind this thing now. We can wait till they invest more in it. We could just hit land here. Yeah, I think that's fine with me, actually. So what do we want now? A forest, I suppose? We could go get the mountain. Or the island. No, the mountain, I guess. Because we're more likely to hit a forest organically. We already have double green. I think that's fine. Let's go with the mountain here. Get that binding nice and cheap. We want to rage here. I mean, we're just going to exile it, so... Okay, 2 for 1, nice. Another cheap binding, so now we're just waiting around, looking for card draw. Aha! That's a good card to kill immediately. I forgot we'd have to deal with that. But we have the answer. Yeah, I guess we'll have 4 of those to deal with. Lockdown is good, but kind of late now. That's another one. Okay. Good reason to hold on to the bindings. We do have frill backs that can also answer that, though. That's cool. I mean, we could wait one more turn, but I think this almost kind of kills them on the spot. I guess we could wait one more turn. The longer the game goes on, the better it is for us, for the most part. That looks like a get lost target. And we don't really want to hit it with the Archangel anyway. Double Archangel. I think we're good to get one of these going. Up to 23. It's another Forge. But now we have double Archangel on the way. And they can't really attack into the first Archangel anyway. Beanstalk is good. And we could save the Archangel another turn. I don't hate that. Okay, more land. Let's see what's on top. More land, don't need that right now. We'll get him for 3. For 6, rather. 6-point swing. They're not quitting, though. They hit us for 2. That's it. Mouse after the fact. Could lock it down. Or we can just double Archangel here, which is also very good. Yeah, we'll just hit them with the double Archangel. Bump. Bump. Up to 28. They could scoop at some point. They haven't given up yet. The Forge is ticking. Mouse returns. Map token. Monstrous Rage on top. I guess that'll go with the Forge next turn, so we can't stop that a whole lot. We could get rid of a Beanstalk here. They still don't have any good attacks yet, but next turn I get a little bit better for them. Yeah, we could get rid of the Beanstalk. Let's see what's on top. I mean, it's pretty good against them, but we already have 2 in hand. I think we keep pushing here. And I think we do lose the Beanstalk, sadly. But no more map token value, no more double mouse. It's 9 to 37. That's a long way to go for mono red. I think it's scoop worthy at this point. They don't quit. You don't get to be 56 Mythic by quitting, even when the odds are against you. They hold on to the Rage, though, into our open mana, even though they don't even have white open at this point. Another Archangel. I think that will finish them. I don't think... They might, like, Yeah, I don't think... Alright, they play it out to the end. Okay, we go to game 3 here. Scoop. Alright, I don't think we change much. I mean, we need answers to the Forge, so the frillbacks actually are very relevant here. 2 up the Beanstalk seemed about right. Lockdown did most of what we needed. Get Lost and Not On My Watch can handle the Screaming, Nemesis. I think I'm pretty happy with everything we have. A single Atraxa is almost too much. Like a turn 5 Hauntwoods might just be better, in some sense. I don't even know if we need this card against them. It's so expensive, right? Maybe you don't even run Atraxa against mono red. Just screw it. Hauntwoods or Sunfall. A Sunfall could be acceptable. I think it's this. I don't even know if you run Atraxa against mono red. We're on the draw, though. So we're looking for a not crap opening hand. Great. Very good for the most part. Archangel will need some time. I don't know if you can use Cavern of Souls to pay for the Archangel cost. Surveil on 1. They don't have any 1-drop. That's huge. Yeah, I mean, we like that because it gets us to the Archangel pump turn. So we'll keep that for now. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type. I feel like that's good enough. Alright, looking to get lost here. Ooh, the Nemesis. Okay. Well, it's you then. Destroy. Take 2. Nice, that's a good draw. I guess we could Fabled Passage this turn. And go get black or red. Technically we could get lost before they can target. But I mean, it's too late now. We'll give them the target here. It's already too late. They do get a mouse, they can play that this turn. See if they spend anything else to get the land too. Okay. They don't burn that one. Well. Can Not On My Watch this mouse. Okay, they do get value out of map tokens. Hey, maybe that was a miss on our part. They got a lot of land out of that. Yeah, maybe a miss. Let's go get black here. I mean, yeah, if we Herd Migrate and get lost this turn instead, then we get a bigger Archangel kick, so I'm down for that. We'll go get red next. The Forge. We'll need an answer to that. Okay. If we do this, they do get to use the map tokens, unfortunately. But it's still probably worth it. I mean, Archangel's going to be a huge turn for us. Let's see where they put the map tokens. If anywhere. Nowhere. Go get red. I think we're just slamming the first Archangel. Unless we draw something very playable here. No, I mean, we don't have anything else to do. So here comes the first one. Just kick once. Also puts up a defense to the Forge. We'll have to decide if we want to block. I mean, the fact they did nothing else here means probably they have no creatures. And they don't have double shock either. Otherwise, I would have shocked the Archangel. So that's kind of more interesting. This feels like a Monstrous Rage turn. But they don't have double strike. We don't have to block here. Blocking with the Nemesis feels bad. Because I feel like they give it Monstrous Rage and get too big. I think it's no blocks. Witchstalker Frenzy anyway. That's too bad. And they do have the Rage anyway. Down to 12. Lockdown is interesting, but doesn't solve all of our problems. I guess we are killing the Nemesis here then. Because we don't have another solution to it. I think so, right? And then take 4 and still have to deal with the Forge. Otherwise we just can't block it for the rest of the game. I think that's it. Does that resolve first before the second one resolves? That's a pain in the ass. So you don't get life from the second trigger. Yeah, too bad. We do keep the 3/4 lifelinker around though. Another Forge. And a Swift Spear. And 1 card in hand. It's time for the Frillback to make an appearance. Hit the mountain. Another mountain. Lots of land. Who's getting in there? Nobody this turn. Lockdown only picks off 1. That we kind of need to save. Doesn't matter what we pick here. I guess Angel's probably the best, right? Yeah. I think we wait 1 more turn for the Swift Spear. The thing is, if they attack with the Swift Spear, like, we're not going to block it. But they could deploy more next turn. I think it's no attacks. We're still holding back 1 of the Forges. We're holding back a lot right now. And we can't gain any more life. Oh, they're going to attack all. That's too bad. So everything gets through Rage. So we might as well block here and we can lock down after. Oh, down to 5? Yeah, we can't gain life off the lifelink though. That's huge. If we had happened to wait 1 more turn, we would have hit lay down arms for the Screamer. We don't even have enough planes to pull that off. Yeah, it's locked down here. We can't gain life though. That's huge. Screaming Nemesis. Lockdown first. And it's just got to be Frillbacks all the way down here on out. We don't have green open, unfortunately. We're blocking this turn. Then we can actually Herd Migrate and make a whole bunch of blockers for a while, but all these things have trample. It's got to be Frillback. It's got to be Herd Migration into Frillbacks to even stand a chance here. But it could be over right here. That is game. That's game. That is game. Too bad. Too bad. Sad, but is what it is. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, a subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.